used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome to WRMN, your trusted voice in the Fox River Valley for over 75 years. We bring you fact-based news, good faith discussions, and entertainment that brings people together. From national headlines to local stories, WRMN is your home for thoughtful dialogue and community engagement. No matter the time of day, where you're listening from, or who you are always welcome here. Thanks for making us a part of your day. This is the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Hi, this is Sue with Newman's Corner Pub in Hampshire, Illinois. Are you looking for the perfect hangout spot? Swing by Newman's Corner Pub right at the corner of 72 and State Street in Hampshire. Enjoy fantastic drinks, live music, and a fun crowd that makes every visit special. Test your luck with our hot slots and our Queen of Hearts drawing every Saturday at 3 p.m. Challenge your friends to darts or pool while you're here. Newman's Corner Pub, where every day feels like a weekend. Visit us at Route 72 and State Street in Hampshire. That's Newman's Corner Pub, your new favorite spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar. With Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big Time Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
Giving myself a headache before I even say a word here. Welcome in to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. And if you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about with that, then you are obviously not watching me do my best air guitar impression of my intro song here on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Yep, I definitely gave myself a headache with that one. But hey, happy topsy-turvy Tuesday to you on AM 1410 WRMN, River Media Network. Sports! Ooh, that felt good. That felt fan-freaking-tastic. And what have we got going on today? Well, let's see. We had a Game 7 last night. MLB. We've got a couple of NFL Monday night games. We've got the NBA season kicking off tonight. But, yeah, why don't I start with one of my favorite sports in baseball? So, the Toronto Blue Jays have advanced to the World Series as the Mariners fall in Game 7. So the Toronto Blue Jays defeated the Seattle Mariners 4-3 in Game 7 of the ALCS to advance to the World Series. Only, in my humblest of humble opinions, to lose to the Los Angeles Dodgers, or as I affectionately call them, the Hell A Dodgers. Yep. So George Springer hit a go-ahead 3-run homer in the 7th inning to put Toronto on top. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that before I move on to other sporting news here. According to anytime you lose a Game 7, it's going to be heartbreaking. It's even more so heartbreaking when the Seattle Mariners were up 2-0. They went to Toronto. They did what they were supposed to do. Well, they actually overachieved, because in any series that you're talking about, any playoff series anyway, you need to at least take one of those 2 games that you are going to play on the road. Well, they did double that. They took both of them. And then they had a 3-2 series lead. SpaghettiOs, because then they went back to Toronto, and Toronto just Toronto'd all over the Mariners. And for the incredible postseason performance that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. had in this series, he was named the 2025 ALCS MVP, which means that the Blue Jays will, in fact, be facing off against the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series on Friday. That series will start on Friday, which means potentially, well, I know for the Dodgers, because they swept the hell out of the Milwaukee Brewers. So sad, too bad, whatever, wah, wah, wah. And I don't care what you say, Pat Murphy. I don't care what you say. Your team just smurfed all over themselves. It was running down their legs against the Dodgers. And don't tell me that your team could not get up to play against the Los Angeles Dodgers to go on to the World Series. Don't feed us that line of bull smurf. I'm sorry. It's just whatever. Whatever. Yeah, so it's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Seattle Mariners. And so George Springer came up in the bottom of the 7th inning, and he hit a 3-run jack. Now, let me paint you a little picture here. They had runners, the Toronto Blue Jays did, have runners on second and third base with an open base at first. George Springer was the hottest, one of the hottest hitters in your lineup. Or, I'm sorry, not in the Mariners lineup, but in the Blue Jays lineup. So, with that being said, you walk his happy ass all the way down to first base. You hold up those 4 fingers, you point to first, or however you do it, because you don't want him up there to hit. Prime example, 2 pitches later, 3-run jack, game over, Mariners fly back home. Toronto is taking on the Dodgers in the World Series. Now, I know it's not a popular opinion. You're bringing in one of your best arms to face George Springer, who is one of the hottest hitters on the Blue Jays. You go after the number 2 hitter and hope that he grounds into a double play. Easy peasy Japanesey. And I know what you're thinking out there, or maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But Vladimir Guerrero Jr., now the ALCS MVP, he was hitting third. So it went George Springer, some dude, and then some other, the ALCS MVP in Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's the only way that I saw that happening, and why he didn't do it. Because as soon as he was like, oh, I'm actually going to hit, because it looked like George Springer was like, oh, I'm going to get walked. And, because, well, that's what I think should have happened. Call me crazy, call me, whatever. But that's, that was my take on it. And boom, 3-run homer. You lose the game 4-3. Heartbreaking loss for the Seattle Mariners. I really wish they would have pulled it out, because it would have been nice to actually have probably one of the only teams in Major League Baseball to not ever gone to the World Series. But all I got to say is, you still have, here, let me look this up real quick. When was the last time the Mariners went to the World Series? Okay, the Mariners have never been to the World Series. Wah, wah, wah. So let's see. The last time that they lost to the Yankees in 2001. Oh, that was a really smurfed year. Let's see. And then they lost to the New York Yankees in 2000. And then in 1995, they lost to the Cleveland Indians. Here, let me do this one. When did the Mariners come into existence? And let's see. The Seattle Mariners baseball team came into existence in 1977. So if I'm doing the math right, it has been 48 years, and they have still not gone to a World Series. Well, you know what? Call me in another 60 years when it's 108 years, and then we could talk, because obviously the longest baseball World Series drought in history until 2016, the Chicago Cubs. Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Brewers swept their ass that day. I don't know. Any hootie, I'll get back on the other side. Maybe I'll get back on the rails. I doubt it, because I enjoy this way too much to actually get back on the rails. But you're listening to yours truly, Derrick Geyer, here on Big Top Sports on WRMN 1410 AM. Back in a bit.
Systems run everything. Government, economy, media, justice. They shape your choices, your opportunities, your future. But do they work for you or against you? On Apolitical Talk Show, we break them down. Not to destroy, but to understand. Because if you don't see how the system works, you won't see when it's being manipulated or who's benefiting from it. Power belongs to those who know the rules, challenge the loopholes, and demand accountability. That starts with knowledge. That starts here. Join us weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. as we uncover what's really happening behind the headlines, so you can decide for yourself what's fair, what's broken, and what needs to change. Apolitical Talk Show, breaking down the systems to build them up together. Right here, weekdays 4 to 6 on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Clutter happens, but junk doesn't have to weigh you down. At the Junk Luggers, we're your full-service junk removal and hauling pros, tackling everything from single-item pickups to major cleanouts. We handle the heavy lifting, and with our commitment to the green way, we rehome and recycle to keep your unwanted items out of landfills. So, whether you're clearing out the garage, downsizing, or saying goodbye to old furniture, we make the process eco-friendly and easy. Call 1-800-LUGJUNK or visit junkluggers.com today. Let's save your space and the planet together.
Hey Bears fans, want your business heard during every heart-pounding moment of the game? WRMN 1410 is now offering in-game ad spots for Chicago Bears broadcasts. Be a part of the action as thousands of diehard listeners tune in each week. Whether it's a touchdown, turnover, or a timeout, your message will be right there in the mix. Spots are limited and going fast. Call WRMN 1410 today at 847-741-7700 and score big with in-game advertising that delivers results. Get in the game with the Chicago Bears on WRMN AM 1410.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Welcome back in to Topsy Turvy Tuesday on Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, and WRMN 1410 AM. All right, so kind of talked a little bit about the baseball season, but the Los Angeles Angels have hired catcher Kurt Suzuki as their new manager. That means that Albert Pujols, you know that name if you are a Chicago Cubs fan. Hell, if you are a baseball fan, you know the big time slugger that won a couple of few MVPs for the St. Louis Sox Cardinals, and had a nice career out there in Anaheim. Well, not so much as he did in St. Louis Sox, but, you know, that 7 home run plus hitter, yeah, future Hall of Famer, yeah, he's not going to be managing the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. But, and I need to look this up because apparently there is going to be a new women's pro baseball league, and it is announced to be not here in Chicago. Wah, wah, wah. Just like none of us here really wanted the Olympics to be here in Chicago either. That is quite all right by me. So the new women's pro baseball league, it has been announced, will be in New York. I don't know why I did that. Boston. I want some chowder. Give me some chowder. Los Angeles, LA, and San Francisco. Rice-A-Roni and the San Francisco Treat. So actually, let me pull it up. New women's baseball league. So it is the Women's Pro Baseball League, also known as the WPBL. And this is coming straight from, well, it's like the site just took a hold on me right there. Let's see. The Women's Pro Baseball League has taken its next major step towards opening day. The publication of its first official draft prospect list following August tryouts in D.C. So apparently that already happened, and that was on September 29th, 2025. Yeah, so they unveiled their first team. Not really. Let's try news here under it. Inaugural season set for 2026. So let's see. Couple days, actually today. So written today. Today, the Women's Pro Baseball League is unveiling the league's new teams for their historic inaugural 2026 season, a highly anticipated milestone for players and fans around the world, or maybe just them in New York, Boston, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Will be the city's first 4 teams in 2026. Regular season, playoffs, and all-star competition will be held at a neutral venue. A training camp will be taking place, so kind of like just the regular tryouts. Over 600 players from over 10 different countries participated in the league's recently concluded summer tryouts at Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. The top 100 players from the tryouts advanced to the WPBL's draft taking place next month. Headlining the WPBL's tryouts were global women's baseball superstars Monet Davis and Kelsey Whitmore. In addition, sports icon All-American Girls Professional Baseball League and honorary chair of the WPBL Advisory Board, Mabel Blair, threw out the first pitch at tryouts. So draft is coming up next month, it sounds like, and then their opening day and inaugural season will be next year. So I don't have any information as far as how many games they're going to be playing. Okay, moving on from that, the Lions do what the Lions did, and they defeated the, oh my goodness, brain fart, Tampa Bay Buccaneers by the score of 24-9. So the Lions beat the Bucs 24-9. Running back Jahmyr Gibbs had a career night with 218 yards of offense and 2 touchdowns. And then in the later game, the Seattle Seahawks defeated the Texans by a score of 27-19. And it was Seattle's defense that stood tall while Jackson Smith-Njigba shined in the win. Smith-Njigba's dunk celebration after a touchdown drew a quote-unquote ridiculous penalty and fan outrage. Well, the dunk has been banned, so you can't do that. And in unfortunate news for the Buccaneers, going back to that Buccaneers game, Mike Evans, the star wide receiver for the Bucs, suffers a broken collarbone in the loss to the Lions, and he will be out for an extended period of time. Former Eagles star Brandon Graham ends his retirement and rejoins the team on a 1-year deal. And the Jets are still 0-7, and the owner, Woody Johnson, blames the team's struggles on quarterback Justin Fields. Wah, wah, wah. And Carson Wentz will remain the starting QB for the Minnesota Vikings going forward. Let's see what else. And as also, it is NBA opening night tonight. The 2025-2026 NBA season tips off tonight. And it is on NBC, not WNBC, but just regular old NBC. Yep. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree, Bob. And, yeah. So let's see. The NBA season begins with a record of 135 international players on opening night rosters. Oh, that's pretty cool. The defending champion Oklahoma City Thunders are heavy favorites to win the title again. Kevin Durant has signed a 2-year, $90 million extension with the Houston Rockets. The Charlotte Hornets announced their 18-player opening night roster. Okay, the Portland Trail Blazers signed guard Shadon Sharp to a multi-year contract extension. And new Pelican guards Jordan Poole has impressed his leadership. In other results, we've got, well, you know what? We've got some hockey. Canadians beat the Sabres. Flyers took care of the Krakens. Jets beat the Flames. The Wild took care of the Rangers. And the Golden Knights beat the Hurricanes. Coming up on the other side, I'm going to be talking about the Major League Baseball playoffs. You are currently listening to myself, Derrick Geyer, on Big Top Sports here at WRMN 1410 AM.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Centos. Next week is Principal Appreciation Week in Illinois. Illinois governors have acknowledged the week since 1990 in an effort to highlight the dedication of principals, deans, and assistant principals. Principal Appreciation Day will be observed a week from today, Friday the 24th. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker made over $10 million in adjusted gross income last year, according to tax summaries from his campaign. The campaign reportedly did not show the income of trusts that are benefiting Pritzker's family. Documents show he made $10.7 million in 2024. More than 173,000 Nissan and Chevy vehicles are being recalled due to a potential issue with a blown fuel pump fuse. The U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration issued a recall notice including the Nissan NV200, Nissan NV200 Taxi, and the Chevy City Express. Dealers will reroute the sensor harness or replace the fuel pump free of charge for affected owners. Police say an Elmhurst woman was arrested on felony charges after she assaulted a police officer, became combative, and resisted arrest. 29-year-old Marissa Bender, who lives in the 800 block of North Willow Street in Elmhurst, was charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery, 2 counts of attempted aggravated assault, and 1 count of resisting arrest. Around 11 p.m. Sunday, officers were called to a disturbance at Bender's house. She's accused of running and hiding from police. She was taken to the DuPage County Jail. Companies reported layoff and furlough plans affecting more than 1,600 Illinois workers last month. News outlets report the job reductions were reported to the state as part of the Illinois WARN Act. The layoffs reportedly affect multiple industries, including healthcare, transportation, and manufacturing. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
At Skechers, comfort is a technology. That's right. You don't just make a shoe and hope it comes out comfortable. It takes research, innovations, compounds, engineering, and so much more to feel so comfortable you'd swear you're wearing pillows on your feet. We have features like Skechers Air-Cooled Memory Foam and fits like Relax Fit, Stretch Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, and so many more to make the shoe feel like it was custom-made just for your foot. Plus, we have hands-free Skechers Slip-ins technology. Just step it and go. Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever comfortable footwear is sold.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Tonight, Rain showers before 1 a.m. Cloudy with a low around 41. Windy with gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 51. Windy with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Currently, it is 45 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar, where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons fly. Hockey blades cutting swift and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big Top Sports, feel the roar, where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into this Topsy-Turvy Tuesday here on Big Top Sports with your sports czar, ringmaster, stupid one, STOOPID, Derrick Geyer. That was a mouthful here on WRMN 1410 AM. If you all haven't noticed, I don't take myself too seriously. I really don't. This is sports. It's not like it's politics or anything. It's not like it's, whatever. I'm not even going to get into that because that's like a third rail for me. I don't do religion. I don't do politics. I don't talk about it. I don't just whatever. It's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to try to be entertaining. And if you say I need to try harder, I wouldn't blame you. That's all right, though. I can be self-deprecating. People tell me that self-deprecation is a form of weakness. For those people, well, too bad, so sad. I don't care because this is how I am. And I find it endearing when other people are self-deprecating themselves as well. So let's get back to the World Series matchup between, no, not you, Siri. You could go to sleep, Siri. Bye-bye, Siri. Thank you. Okay. The Dodgers are taking on the Toronto Blue Jays in this World Series. Thank you for not going off. I'm not going to say it because then she will go off. But now, I'm not exactly sure how in the world the Toronto Blue Jays are going to beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. I really don't. I have absolutely no idea how this happens. There are a few players, or at least a couple of players, and it's like low-hanging fruit as far as the players on the Toronto Blue Jays, I'll start with them, who can actually rise to the moment. And I know one of the players, well, he hit a 3-run bomb in yesterday's 7th inning to send his team to the postseason, or to the World Series. They were already in the postseason, genius. So with that being said, George Springer has already been on the brightest of stages. He's already won World Series with, the much hated, I'm going to say the much hated Houston Astros. The garbage can thing, the bang in the can thing. Yeah, well, I don't understand what the big deal is. It's just a piece of metal. Yeah, thanks, the commissioner of the Major League Baseball, saying that it's just a piece of metal. Your biggest, most coveted trophy in your game, saying that it's just a piece of metal, Mr. Rob Manfred. So you're a jackass. Or maybe I am. I don't know. Both can be true. So let's see. Obviously, the Toronto Blue Jays have been playing the most baseball out of, the two teams that are facing off. They went to, I believe they went to 5 games against the Yankees. So I'll just hit the button and reset there. And this is the first time that these two teams will face off in the World Series. While they have not faced off a whole heck of a lot. Let's see. Okay. So the Dodgers are in it to win back-to-back World Series. Fine. No issues there. I mean, they are constructed to do this. They were constructed to do this. When you spend close to $375 million in a season, yeah, you probably need to see, some sort of results. And with that gargantuan contract that you gave the unicorn Shohei Ohtani 2 years ago, where it's basically deferred up the yin yang on that. Yeah. You're basically, this is the time to win, and you're forfeiting your franchise later on down the line, especially after, what's going to happen most likely is going to be the 2027 baseball stoppage or whatever. And yeah. But let's see. This is the 23rd time that, 23 times. 23 times that the Los Angeles Dodgers are going to make the trip to the World Series. And after defeating the Yankees in the 2024 Fall Classic, the Dodgers now have their sights set on their 9th World Series title, on becoming the MLB's first repeat champion since the Yankees did it back in 1999 and 2000. And this is courtesy of MLB.com. And the Blue Jays, while it was one hell of a series, it was a teeter-totter seesaw battle, if you will, going back and forth with the Blue Jays and their ALCS battle against the Mariners. That basically George Springer said, "Yep, come on, boys, let's go." Mariners manager should have said, "Hold up the 4 fingers and toss them over to first base and let the other guys come back." But yeah, that did not happen. Now, the home field advantage right here, let's see. The first two games will be at Rogers Center on October 24th and 25th, so that is Friday. And then the series goes to Game 3, October 27th, Game 4, October 28th, and if necessary, Game 5 is on October 29th. All those games would be in Los Angeles. So Games 3, 4, and 5 are going back to Los Angeles on the 27th, 28th, and 29th of October. Well, at least they are playing back-to-back-to-back games. And then there's Game 6 would be on Halloween back in Toronto, and Game 7 would be on November 1st. According to this, each game will be played at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So for all of us in the Central Time Zone, that means 7 o'clock. As far as the two teams matching up, what does it mean for the Dodgers? The Dodgers obviously won their 8th World Series in 2024 against the Yankees, tied for 5th most of any team winning the title. Tied for 5th most titles of any team. There, I reread that. With another World Series title, the Dodgers would become the first team to win back-to-back World Series titles since the Yankees did it in 98 and 2000. And then Toronto, Toronto, back in the Joe Carter days. Yeah, back in the Joe Carter days when he hit that game-winning World Series home run in Toronto. The last swing by a Blue Jay in World Series game resulted in one of the most famous moments in big league history. Oh, I guess I should have just read the paragraph instead of recalling from memory. Joe Carter's walk-off home run in Game 6 of the 1993 World Series put the Blue Jays on top of the baseball world, the baseball world for the second straight season. Well, now the Dodgers are taking on the Blue Jays, and the Dodgers lead this all-time series 19-11, which means absolutely nothing in this upcoming World Series. It doesn't mean anything. And according to this, the Dodgers have won the 14 of the previous 19 meetings, including 2 of 3 games in this past August at Dodger Stadium. Whoop-diddy-doo. So let's see. What notable connections do the Blue Jays and Dodgers share on their current roster? Teoscar Hernandez and Max Scherzer have already had big moments for the Dodgers and Blue Jays, respectively, this postseason. They also spent time on the other side of this matchup, as in Hernandez won 2 Silver Sluggers across 6 seasons with Toronto from 2017 to 2022. Scherzer put up a 2.01 ERA in 85 innings, postseason included, after the Dodgers acquired him from the Nationals at the 2021 trade deadline. Again, whoop-diddy-doo. Now, I mean, hey, good, okay, whatever. I understand they're trying to build this up, but right now, all you really need to build this up to is who are the key cogs for each team. And you will find that out on the other side of this break. You're currently listening to Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, on WRMN 1410 AM.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to My bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit? Or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400, and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Get ready for Around the House every Saturday night from 5 to 7 p.m. on WRMN AM 1410. If you're a homeowner or contractor looking to tackle those projects that feel a bit too big, this is the show for you. Join Eric along with his knowledgeable guests as they dive deep into everything from DIY renovations to creating a healthy home environment. We'll provide you with the tools and tips you need to complete your projects with confidence and ease. But it's not all work and no play. We believe in having fun. Our passion for home improvement shines through as we help you save time, money, and reduce the stress of DIY. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, don't miss Around the House. Tune in every Saturday night and let's tackle those home projects together.
And welcome back here on WRMN 1410 AM. And before I went off to break, I was talking about the World Series rosters for each team coming up, but they are not obligated to do that until, I believe, Thursday, or maybe it's the day of on Friday. But there is no way in my mind that, I mean, this is David versus Goliath here on Big Top Sports, WRMN 1410 AM, with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, and this World Series matchup. I understand that, well, you've got the likes of Max Scherzer, and, well, he's just one ace pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. So that should be pretty good. You got Kevin Gausman. That's another ace right there. Shane Bieber. I did not catch his start this past, his last start for the Toronto Blue Jays. But those are three stud pitchers right there. And then you also have a very nice bullpen for them as well that can bring the gas. But then on the other side, the flip side of that coin is, you've got guys on the Dodgers that can actually hit that gas. And then you have guys like, I don't know, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. You've got the DH. What's that dude's name? George, I don't know, Springer. Dalton Varsho, and then a guy that's been pretty good all year for the Blue Jays in Ernie Clement. So those are some guys. Those are actual, those are guys. You got the 3 starting pitchers that will get you quality innings, but you don't want quality innings. You want domination. And with that being said, as far as like the domination that I'm talking about, well, in the playoffs, this is the type of domination that I'm talking about. The Dodgers have already named their Game 1 starter, and that Game 1 starter is Blake Snell, the left-handed pitcher with a 3-0 postseason record and a .86 ERA. No, I did not say a .386 or 286 or 186. No, .086 ERA with 28 strikeouts in the postseason. That's a stud right there. Then, I mean, basically at almost every position, well, I know Freddie Freeman, future Hall of Famer. Mookie Betts, future Hall of Famer. Teoscar Hernandez, well, he could possibly be a future Hall of Famer. Shohei Ohtani, hell, they're going to have to build him his own freaking monument. Because if he continues, he's the greatest player playing Major League Baseball right now. Period. End of statement. Good night, y'all. It's that simple. It is that simple as far as I am concerned. So you've got and you want to go by other positions too? You got Will Smith, Max Muncy, and Kiki Hernandez. Oh yeah, and Kiki Hernandez. I mean, they're obviously not as good as those other players, but they are utility guys. While they will not be, well, most likely, they will be used off the bench, and those guys are pretty good off the bench. And then for starting pitchers, have I already mentioned Shohei Ohtani? The frickin' unicorn? The baddest man in all MLB. He might as well be better than old Godzilla. I honestly think if he were to face off against Godzilla, he'd whack a 450-foot bomb with that one. I mean, Godzilla versus Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, I'm taking Ohtani. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I've never seen anything like this. And it pales in comparison to what Mike Trout used to be. Could have been. Should have been. If I could have get the message going through my head, I am what I am. No, can't say that one. And then you have, Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Oh, yeah. And there's that dude, Shohei Ohtani. And in the bullpen for the Dodgers, you've got Hall of Fame bound Clayton Kershaw. I want this to be a competitive World Series, but at the same time, I also kind of want this to be a historic run as well. Matching the 2005 magical run of the Chicago White Sox that ESPN will probably forget about too. Oh no, wait, because they would be the Los Angeles Dodgers that would repeat and have an 11-1 run in the playoffs. Yeah, it's not fair, but, who said anything about ESPN is fair? I mean, they're probably not even going to be carrying baseball next season. So therefore, the sport doesn't exist. More on Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Centos. News outlets report the job reductions were reported to the state as part of the Illinois WRMN Act. The layoffs reportedly affect multiple industries, including healthcare, transportation, and manufacturing. Next week is Principal Appreciation Week in Illinois. Illinois governors have acknowledged the week since 1990 in an effort to highlight the dedication of principals, deans, and assistant principals. Principal Appreciation Day will be observed a week from today, Friday the 24th. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker made over $10 million in adjusted gross income last year, according to tax summaries from his campaign. The campaign reportedly did not show the income of trusts that are benefiting Pritzker's family. Documents show he made $10.7 million in 2024. More than 173,000 Nissan and Chevy vehicles are being recalled due to a potential issue with a blown fuel pump fuse. The U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration issued a recall notice including the Nissan NV200, Nissan NV200 Taxi, and the Chevy City Express. Dealers will reroute the sensor harness or replace the fuel pump free of charge for affected owners. Police say an Elmhurst woman was arrested on felony charges after she assaulted a police officer, became combative, and resisted arrest. 29-year-old Marissa Bender, who lives in the 800 block of North Willow Street in Elmhurst, was charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery, 2 counts of attempted aggravated assault, and 1 count of resisting arrest. Around 11 p.m. Sunday, officers were called to a disturbance at Bender's house. She's accused of running and hiding from police. She was taken to the DuPage County Jail. Companies reported layoff and furlough plans affecting more than 1,600 Illinois workers last month. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Centos. Companies reported layoff and furlough plans affecting more than 1,600 Illinois workers last month. News outlets report the job reductions were reported to the state as part of the Illinois WRMN Act. The layoffs reportedly affect multiple industries, including healthcare, transportation, and manufacturing. Next week is Principal Appreciation Week in Illinois. Illinois governors have acknowledged the week since 1990 in an effort to highlight the dedication of principals, deans, and assistant principals. Principal Appreciation Day will be observed a week from today, Friday the 24th. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker made over $10 million in adjusted gross income last year, according to tax summaries from his campaign. The campaign reportedly did not show the income of trusts that are benefiting Pritzker's family. Documents show he made $10.7 million in 2024. More than 173,000 Nissan and Chevy vehicles are being recalled due to a potential issue with a blown fuel pump fuse. The U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration issued.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Tonight, rain showers before 1 a.m. Cloudy with a low around 41. Windy with gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 51. Windy with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Currently, it is 45 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs is probably the best thing you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar. With Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big time sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports fan from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back in on Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, on 1410 AM WRMN. And I do apologize to the folks that have been watching me on YouTube at WRMN Radio. I see Downtown Jose. I see Jeff. You know, I do apologize for not getting back to you guys. I had it flipped over to the other screen. You know, I do apologize. That is on me. That is my bad. I am pointing the fingers, or I'm sorry, actually the thumbs. And, you know, hey, I kind of hope that the Blue Jays win, and yet I kind of, you know, I really don't see how the Blue Jays are going to win. Yet, I think it is going to be a much better game, World Series, or series, if you will, than it was, you know, with the LA Dodgers going against the Milwaukee crap the Smurf bed Brewers there. So there's that. But, yeah, I do believe that, I want the Blue Jays to kind of win. But I you know, it's kind of like David and Goliath, really, as far as that goes. But do you know what today is? Do you? know what today is. It is basketball. Basketball. Oh, I was too late, too early on that. Premature. And that was courtesy of the Today Show. And that was John Tesh performing the NBA theme Round Ball Rock live on Today with various brass and wood and other instruments there as well. But yes, today is the opening day for basketball. And if you are already not aware, as I said in the opening hour of this talk, and they're already probably halfway through, or actually they are already underway in what I assume would be the Houston Rockets at the Oklahoma City Thunder. That was supposed to start at 7:30 Eastern time, which means, well, 6:30 our time, which means, well, it's already 7:10. So, yep. The Thunder receive their rings and raise the banner. And then game 2 tonight will begin at 10 p.m. Eastern, which means 9 o'clock tonight. And really, the season of ignoring West Coast basketball, if it is not on, like, you know, Easter. Well, yeah, I suppose they do play on Easter Day, but Christmas Day as well. The Los Angeles Lakers, and yeah, pretty much. And tonight's games marks NBC's return to broadcasting the NBA after 23 years of not hosting or broadcasting NBC games. And it features the iconic, which is why I played it coming into this, Round Ball Rock theme song. And they also have a new broadcast crew. If you haven't already seen it, it is like, you know, they've been broadcasting and showtiming it, broadcasting it, commercialing it, all that stuff, featuring it for the last, what seems like forever. Then you also have, let's see, the defending championships. The Houston Rockets are taking on the Thunder. Kevin Durant is going to be there. And that came via a trade with the Suns. Thunder's guard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, will look to defend his MVP title, though he will be without teammate Jalen Williams, who is recovering from wrist surgery. And then in the later game of Warriors at Lakers, star and the best ever number 23 in NBA, well, maybe WNBA history. Nope. The best ever 23, number 23 in the NBA, LeBron James will miss the opener due to sciatica, and it is the first time in his 23-year career that he will not be playing in the opener due to his health issue. Well, dude is in his 40s now. And take it from me, sciatica sucks. With a capital sucks. So that means fellow Lakers star Luka Doncic, who is playing in his first opener for the Los Angeles Lakers, and led the preseason in scoring and is coming off a strong performance at Eurobasket, will be playing for the Lakers. So, there's that. I think he is a little bit more motivated this year for that. And then for the Warriors and their veteran-heavy lineup, which includes a 37-year-old Stephen Curry and 39-year-old Al Horford, who Horford is making his debut with the team. So, yeah, basketball is underway this season, and the Chicago Bulls. Wait, I could do better. I could do better. I know that I can do better. I can do better. But you know what? I think I'll tackle that on the other side, and I will do better. And gosh darn it, I can tell a joke. Oh, wait, that sounds like, and people like me? No, I can tell a joke. And gosh darn, no, that's not. Where have I heard that before? Gosh darn it, I could tell a joke. I'm smart, I'm witty, I'm blonde. I have an annoying voice in the morning. Oh, no, that's Elliot, the L Train Serrano's imitation of Susie C. That's it, Susie C. I can tell a joke at the 7:30 hour. At the 7:30 a.m. hour, that is, on the WRMN morning show. Any hootie, I will be back on the other side of this break. You're listening to Big Top Sports on WRMN.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
It's what we were taught, trained, and told to do.
It could be for anything. Helping a friend move.
Listening to a fellow veteran for hours, at any hour of the day.
Or just simply making time for people. A neighbor, a loved one, or even a stranger.
We're often the first to help others. There's no question about it.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Perhaps it's time to do for yourself what you would do for others.
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids right here in our own backyard are facing hunger every day? Without healthy food, it's harder to grow, to thrive, to feel their best.
The impact when children don't have enough to eat is tremendous because when you're hungry and your basic needs aren't being met, you cannot learn.
Every child deserves to be fed. This is a problem we know how to solve. Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Breakfast in the classroom contributes to kids being more focused, which leads to higher grades, and simply just their well-being.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And since it is, in fact, the start of the NBA season, I told you I could do better. I knew I could do better. And I'm gonna do better. And now, starting for your Chicago Bulls. Well, I know who won't be starting for your Chicago Bulls as they open up their season tomorrow night. And that is going to be one Kobe White. He has been out for majority of the preseason with a strained calf, and he will be reevaluated in the next 2 weeks. Then you also have Zach Collins. He is going to be sidelined as well for at least 4 weeks due to a left wrist fracture, and that is according to Mike McGraw of the Chicago Daily Herald. But on the other side of that, you have the likes, the newly, well, I kind of say like the newly minted Giddy? Giddy must be absolutely giddy that this NBA season is starting and will be underway tomorrow, because let's see, he is set to get that bread and make that $25 million per year contract that, well, the Chicago Bulls had no other choice than to pay him and pay against themselves. But hey, it's good money, and if you can make it, you're going to damn well take it. That is for certain. But who are the players that are coming back? Well, if you're a Bulls fan, you already know. But if not, Matas Buzelis, forward. Javon Carter, guard. Zach Collins, forward. Ayo Dosunmu, guard. Rookie Noah Essengay. Damn. 18 years old and making $5 million a year. That is absolutely awesome. Let's see. Skip over that. We already mentioned Josh Giddey. Kevin Horter. Damn, that's not a bad contract either. Guard from Maryland, making $17.99 million a year. And then we got Trey Jones, guard, $8 million. Isaac Okoro, picked up in that trade from the Miami Heat for that ball player that hurt his leg last year, or came back from his hurt leg last year. He's making $11 million. Man, I wish I had some skills, because, man, I just look at these salaries and I'm just going, yeah, no. I might have could have been somebody. I might have could have been somebody if I got some surgery back in the day on my rotator cuff, and I was young and dumb, and I had like 19 years old, and I didn't know I was being scouted by the Pittsburgh Pirates or the New York Mets, and Daddy didn't only tell me until like 6 months after I like officially retired from playing baseball, and I've missed it ever since. And I could have been one of those players sitting on the pine, making millions of dollars, being a veteran presence, maybe managing the Chicago Cubs instead of just talking about it on the radio. But okay, hold on a second. I digress. I know I need to talk. I'm sad because I am on the radio. Okay. I'm glad I worked this out with everyone there. So Julian Phillips making $2.2 million. We got Jalen Smith. He's making a cool $9 million. Dalen Terry, 5.3. Nikola Vukovic. Well, that's a nice, healthy 21.4. And then Kobe White at 12.888889. Yeah, so 12 million. And yeah, and I look at these, and I look at the ages, and the only one that is over 30, and he's not, well, I mean, technically speaking, as soon as you had your birthday, you're over that birthday year. So Javon Carter, 30 years old. He is the eldest statesman on the Chicago Bulls, according to the Chicago Bulls team roster at NBA.com. So that is very interesting to me. But chicken butt. Sorry. Oh, let's see. And I will go on, and let's see. On Monday, the Bulls face one of their biggest fears, that their best player and leading scorer from last season, Kobe White, will not be available for the season opener on Wednesday and for at least the next 2 weeks, which means he'll miss maybe 6 or more games after White experienced tightness from the calf strain that kept him out the entire preseason. And this is being reported by Sam Smith of NBA.com/Bulls. Excuse me. But according to Coach Billy Donovan following practice on Monday, it wasn't a setback, he explained. He was able to get on the court running and moving, and he did that at practice Saturday. Well, you know what? If there's any instance of calf injuries, and I've seen them throughout this past Major League Baseball season, where if there's like any sort of calf tightness or calf strain or anything to do with the calf, the next thing to go, and I don't wish this on anyone, I do not wish this on anyone, but it is the fact that most likely then it could turn into an Achilles injury. So, I mean, it's just, you should probably wait as long as you can. And this is the reason why Kyle Tucker was out of the lineup for as long as he was with his calf strain. I've gone through it. I thought I pulled a calf muscle. I probably just tweaked it a little bit, but I didn't get that fun rolling up my leg that would indicate a torn Achilles tendon, which I am very grateful and lucky for, although it did hurt like hell for, a month and a half or 2 months, and I couldn't play softball, which is where I ultimately hurt it. But yet I was 27 at the time. So with that being said, Kobe White is 25, and God forbid they do what they did with, Ball and his injury. So there is that. Oh, and since I do have you guys on the line, I am very happy. I know I should have said this earlier. I will say this before the break. My man, Bob Mariner, will be joining me in studio tomorrow. The Full Boat Show, it is going to be on from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we will be talking about NASCAR. That is right. NASCAR talk will be commencing tomorrow. Bob and his significant other, they took a trip down to Talladega this past weekend, and we're going to get all the nitty gritty from all of that fun stuff. So please, please, please tune in tomorrow. And I have absolutely no idea why the comments are going bye-bye on the YouTube feed. But yes, Bob Mariner will be joining me in studio tomorrow from 6 to 8 p.m. I am looking forward to getting his input and everything. And then, oh yes, don't forget, it is another Hampshire Whippers home game this weekend, which means I will be on color commentating with Jeff Myers. Andrew Scheid will be manning the camera. And Bruce will also be there as well. I'm sorry, Bruce. But you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly. We'll be talking a little bit more Bulls and wrap it up with maybe a little topsy-turvy stuff here on WRMN 1410.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Centos. Next week is Principal Appreciation Week in Illinois. Illinois governors have acknowledged the week since 1990 in an effort to highlight the dedication of principals, deans, and assistant principals. Principal Appreciation Day will be observed a week from today, Friday the 24th. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker made over $10 million in adjusted gross income last year, according to tax summaries from his campaign. The campaign reportedly did not show the income of trusts that are benefiting Pritzker's family. Documents show he made $10.7 million in 2024. More than 173,000 Nissan and Chevy vehicles are being recalled due to a potential issue with a blown fuel pump fuse. The U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration issued a recall notice including the Nissan NV200, Nissan NV200 Taxi, and the Chevy City Express. Dealers will reroute the sensor harness and replace the fuel pump free of charge for affected owners. Police say an Elmhurst woman was arrested on felony charges after she assaulted a police officer, became combative, and resisted arrest. 29-year-old Marissa Bender, who lives in the 800 block of North Willow Street in Elmhurst, was charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery, 2 counts of attempted aggravated assault, and 1 count of resisting arrest. Around 11 p.m. Sunday, officers were called to a disturbance at Bender's house. She's accused of running and hiding from police. She was taken to the DuPage County Jail. Companies reported layoff and furlough plans affecting more than 1,600 Illinois workers last month. News outlets report the job reductions were reported to the state as part of the Illinois WARN Act. The layoffs reportedly affect multiple industries, including healthcare, transportation, and manufacturing. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
At Skechers, comfort is a technology. That's right. You don't just make a shoe and hope it comes out comfortable. It takes research, innovations, compounds, engineering, and so much more to feel so comfortable you'd swear you're wearing pillows on your feet. We have features like Skechers Air-Cooled Memory Foam and fits like Relax Fit, Stretch Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, and so many more to make the shoe feel like it was custom-made just for your foot. Plus, we have hands-free Skechers Slip-ins technology. Just step it and go. Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever comfortable footwear is sold.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get annuity do's and don'ts for baby boomers and the annuity rate report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
This is Will Walker with your Fox Valley forecast. Tonight, rain showers before 1 a.m., then cloudy with a low around 41. Windy with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Looking ahead to Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a high near 51. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 35. Currently, it is 46 and overcast. With your Fox Valley forecast, I'm Will Walker on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Hey, at Total Wine & More, you'll love what you find this Halloween.
Me thirsty.
Oh, hey, Frankenstein. Did you enjoy that Cabernet?
Oh, good. Want margarita?
Well, all the villagers are raving about this tequila.
Ooh.
And we have it at the lowest price in town.
Economical.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons fly. Hockey blades cutting swift and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
Well, hey, there we go. Button sticking. I should just probably pot it down from now on. But anyway, welcome back into the final half hour of Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. And I should probably also, I will do a proper bottom of the hour read this time. Join me at Newman's Corner Pub in Hampshire, Illinois for the Hampshire Whippers Tailgate Party from 3 to 6 p.m. right at Newman's Corner Pub. Yes, indeed. Join me there. Join Susie C. of The Morning Show. We will be there. Well, she'll be there until about like 5 or 6, but she will definitely be there for the bartending stuff going on there as the Whippers will take on Huntley. So the Whippers are 3-5. Huntley High School is 4-4. And this should be a very good game as far as I'm concerned. This will also be the Whippers' last home game against the Red Raiders of Huntley. So this will be my last broadcast of the year as far as football goes. I'm kind of sad because I've really enjoyed my time. I'm very grateful to the fine folks over there at Hampshire High School and the Whippers and Dan Jennings, the newly minted athletic director this year, as well as Taylor Prestowski. I appreciate the work and everything that we've been able to accomplish. And I look forward to going forward and doing more events with them or potentially any other area high school that would like to bring a little bit more pub and publicity, pub short for publicity, to their school, to their kids, and their fun. Because make no mistake about it, it is fun when you are a student athlete, especially in the high school ranks, to either get your name in the newspaper or especially get your name out there on the radio or be on a radio show or be part of a radio show. So there are all those fun aspects of it too. And if you want to get in touch with anyone, just email WRMN and they will get you that. Or actually, M. McNeil at WRMN. So there's that. And then also coming up on this Saturday, it is Nightmare on Chicago Street. Well, that was pretty good. If I do say so myself, I should probably do some like voice acting or maybe regular acting. Some would say that I've already got the Nightmare on Chicago Street mask on. Boom. Hey, I also do sound effects too, so there's that. So the Nightmare on Chicago Street will be going on here. Check it out on the youtube.com at WRMN radio feed. We've got, so that's going to be going on this weekend, the 25th. It is from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Look it up, nightmareonchicagostreet.com. Scroll down here. I mean, is that not cool? I mean, and that was brought to you by Fly By Chicago, doing all that fun stuff. There's that the musical stage set up here. We will be doing special events here at the station as well. So look at that. Svengoolie. I also believe our very own Elliot, the L Train Serrano, will be up on stage with Svengoolie as well. So that should be rather interesting to say the least. I do believe I'm going to be working a football game at the University of Chicago on what was it, Saturday. So I kind of need to see what will be going on as far as that. But don't tell them you're from Berwyn. Berwyn! Yeah. But what else do we have here? We've got After Hours Zombie Bash with DJ Dracula, playing your favorite dance music with special drinks from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. at Afterset 158 Symphony Way. Well, that sounds like a hell of a lot of fun, actually. Let's see. Who else is going to be here? We've got Al's Cafe. We've got Bonique, the Latin Kitchen on 74 South Grove Avenue. Dance all night with DJ Dre, and a devilishly delicious menu with $10 plates of tamales, steak sandwiches, empanadas, vegetarian options, and Puerto Rican rice. You got to roll the R's when you are talking like this. And that is from 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. Let's see. We will also be there broadcasting live from 14 Douglas Avenue B. Or is it 14 Douglas Avenue, Suite B? I don't know. Maybe I should just stop reading. But apparently reading is fundamental. And I'm fundamentally challenged when I am reading with all of that fun stuff. Let's see. We've got the photo ops. We've got the tickets. General admission online is $35. on site, it's $40. Let's see. ZDI All Access Pass is $80. That gets you special access to Nightmare on Chicago Street. You get into the event for 1 hour earlier than general admission, enjoy priority waiting for the haunted attraction, and special photo ops, as well as exclusive access to your choice of specialty themed pop-up bar. After the day and everything that I think I might be having. Oh, that's cool too. Well, they got a lot of cool stuff here. You know, I'm looking at the gallery right now. And yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on here, or that will be going on at Nightmare on Chicago Street here in Elgin, celebrating 13 years of this. So if you're not already doing stuff, oh, she's creepy. I have absolutely no idea what this chick is dressed up as. I'm sorry, performer is dressed up as, but she's hanging a pole and hugging a pole, and I have absolutely no idea. Oh, funnel cake, churros. Oh, you had me a churro. Or actually, hello, you had me a funnel cake. Yeah, that sounds good. As long as there's going to be, you know, maybe like some ice cream or with it. Ooh, loaded curly chips as well. Blood orange lemonade. I hope there's some friendly. I hope there's some. Oh my goodness, why am I drawing a blank? Well, some stuff that would go in that blood orange lemonade that I normally would partake in. And then it looks like the zombie bar is being set up. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a fun time. I promise you, I did not mean to spend all this time here talking about it, but it looks like a very fun time. It looks like you also have like a mariachi Day of the Dead kind of celebration going on with that. You have ghouls and goblins. Oh my, and it should be packed because I believe last year there was about 10,000 participants or 10,000 people that came through. So if you're into it and you're into the celebration and you are looking to have a fun, safe time, because make no mistake about it, the Elgin first responders will be out and they will be making sure that everyone is safe here and, yeah, just having a good time, really. And with that being said, I'm going to take my final break of the evening, and I will be back on the other side. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports and Nightmare on Chicago Street update here on WRMN 1410 AM.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit, or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400, and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list. Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
Welcome back here on Big Top Sports, WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And in the final 6 or 7 minutes that I have left here, I just want to inform you, all of you out there that are listening to my voice, that Bob Mariner will be joining me once again here in studio. We will be talking NASCAR, Chicago Blackhawks, World Series, and the Chicago Bears. And that's just the tippy top off the top of my little dome when the squirrels aren't running around. He sent me a couple of pictures. It looked like a lot of fun. Looked like he was enjoying himself. So that is what you need to do when you are a NASCAR fan, going down to one of the probably, or what I've heard of as like one of the better events and everything, which is Talladega. And yeah, it looked like fun. Looked like he had a good time. He got back safely, and that is the most important part right there. And I am really looking forward to talking with him about it, getting his vibes, because I've always wanted to go. Okay, let's. I kind of always wanted to go. I mean, it is kind of in our backyard here, the Joliet Speedway, or whatever, the Chicago Speedway that it's called. But yeah, I mean, because it looks like a fun time. Couple of family members that I know also, have gone and they've bragged about it. So that was pretty wild as well. So if you are a fan of NASCAR, then I would highly recommend tuning in, because as far as I know, it is the NASCAR race and it is the playoffs, and he will be up to date and have all of that information for y'all out there. That's yeah. So tune in for that. In sad news, and I'm sorry I did not get to this earlier, former Yankees and Mariners slugger dies at the age of 35 after a motorcycle crash. Jesus Montero is that person, and unfortunately, Jesus, a former Yankees and Mariners catcher whose career was marred by drug suspension, died Sunday at the age of 35 from a motorcycle crash. Montero had been hospitalized in critical condition after he crashed into a truck on his bike on October 4th in Venezuela. So that is unfortunate. And former MLB player Montero, who was once referred to by the New York Yankees general manager Brian Cashman as the best player I've traded, died Sunday from his injuries, and he was 35 years old. So while I didn't get to see him play or anything, I do remember him. Well, no, I don't remember him. I wish I could say that I did remember him, but I really don't. I remember that there was supposed to be a phenom, but unfortunately he did have issues, and out of baseball, but even still with addiction issues, it's still way too young of an age to pass away. And let's see. According to the Venezuelan Professional Baseball League, reported Montero's passing on social media, referring to the power-hitting catcher, designated hitter, and first baseman as someone with a powerful bat and unforgettable presence, a heart that loved this game. Thank you for every at-bat, every home run, every day you proudly defended our colors. And then that would be the colors of the Venezuelan Professional Baseball League. And the league wrote in Spanish on Instagram, "Rest in peace, Jesus, your legacy lives on in every fan who ever celebrated with you." That is unfortunate and just, again, way too young to go. Oh, sorry to be such a Derrick Downer on that one. But as you go along, these unfortunate things happen. And but getting back to the Chicago Bulls, let's see. The Chicago Bulls. Let's see what their schedule's like. So they open tomorrow versus Detroit. That's a 7:00 tip. Saturday they take on Orlando in Orlando. Let's see. So looks like they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games that are going to be on in prime time. So Monday, what is MNMT? You know what? I think that's the television station out there in Washington. So let's see. NBA TV against the Knicks, Oklahoma City Thunder. Prime Video is in Toronto. So I don't know why I should be surprised that the Bulls are on Prime or anything else. And of course, you could see all their home games on Chicago Sportsnet. But yeah. And then when they're not on there, it's either NBA TV or ESPN. And Peacock. So, but I don't understand the matchup against the Orlando Magic being as one of those games that is on Peacock. I don't know. The way that they do things, the way that the scheduling is, it just boggles my mind sometimes. And it's just like the way that it was with the Major League Baseball season this way, and some of the series that were, and why it wasn't featured as like a primetime game or the sole designated games that are on television. But let's be honest, if the Bulls win 40 games, that would be a miracle in itself. If they got out of the 9th spot and got out of the play-in tournament, that would be something. And if they didn't play the Miami Heat in that play-in game tournament and not get beat by them for the gajillionth season in a row, that would also be something. But as I said, join us tomorrow on Big Top Sports. Bob Mariner will be in studio. I'm your host, Derrick Geyer. This has been WRMN 1410 AM.
Are you suffering with anxiety, depression, PTSD, an eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem? If it's causing problems at work or with your family, get help now at Insight Mental Health and Wellness. We can help and treat all types of depression